So you ever wonder how to find the next stock that's going to give you a massive return? Well, today we're going to tell you exactly how to find that 1000% return stock. Stay tuned. So when you want to find the next stock that's going to give you a massive return, you have to find a stock where there's people on both sides. The more extreme, the better. So you got to find people that are super bearish, that have something really negative to say about the company. And then conversely, you got to find people on the bullish side that think that this is the best thing ever. When you get that type of debate going, that's where you zero in. So before we get started, guys, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. This really helps my content get shown to more people and helps my channel grow. And if you haven't done so already, consider subscribing because I'm going to be putting out a lot more content just like this video today. So I've been trading stocks and options for the past decade, and I've learned a few things over those years. So when you pick a stock that everybody agrees on, let's take Apple Computer for example, right? Everybody loves Apple. All the analyst recommendations are buy or strong buy. If you talk to your friends, family, coworkers, everybody agrees that Apple's a great stock to own for the long term. That's all true, right? But the thing is, when everybody agrees on a stock, you're not gonna get that massive upside. It may be a great investment, but at the same time, it's not going to generate huge returns. So for a long-term hold, that's great. But if you wanna find a stock that's actually going to explode or have huge upside, you gotta find something where there's this debate going on. What do I mean by that? Let's look at Tesla, for example. So with Tesla, a couple years ago, there were people that said that Tesla's gonna go out of business. So you got people on this side of the argument that are shorting the stock. They're saying the company is not worth anywhere near what it's trading at. It shouldn't be worth this much. It's just a car company. If you look at it compared to other car companies, it's overpriced, overhyped. They're not gonna be able to deliver on the promise, and they're not going to be able to meet the requirements for capital. So they're basically making a bet that this company is going to go down or even out of business. It's an extreme debate. On the other side, you have the bulls on the stock, which are saying that this is much more than a car company. This is the future, autonomous driving, battery technology, semi-trucks, all the stuff that they're going to be doing in the future, and that this is the future of automobiles. And that they have such a market lead ahead of all the other competitors that nobody's going to be able to touch them as far as other e-driving electronic vehicles, right? So in that case, you have this debate going on here, there. Now, you make a bet one way or the other, and then if you're on the right side of that debate, you get huge upside. So if you look at the chart over the last couple of years, there's been massive volatility in the stock, and if you're a bull on that stock, you get a huge return, right? You get paid for that risk. So another stock that this occurred with years ago was Amazon. For example, Amazon, they said that the margins are too low, retail's a dime business, Amazon's losing money quarter after quarter, this is not sustainable, and the stock is way too overvalued. Then that's on one side, the bear side. On the bull side, you have people saying that this is the future. It's Amazon Web Services. They can turn up their margins. They're going to take over everything. And, this stock is just early days. So if you look at the chart over a long period of time, you get that huge upside again because of this debate that's on both sides. So you have to pick a stock with that debate. And I know many people will say, well, Neil, these stocks don't exist anymore, right? Those are previous examples. What do I buy now? Well, one stock that I'm doing this with today is Zillow. For example, Zillow, there are people that say Zillow's not going to be able to get traction in the real estate market. They are losing money. They are overpriced, and this stock is going to go down. There's a huge debate going on with the bears and the bulls. On the bull side, they're saying, I would say, and I would agree, that Zillow's going to take a fraction of the real estate market, that eventually in years to come, people are actually going to transact homes on Zillow. It's going to be a platform where you could list your home for sale and somebody could buy it, where they could facilitate the entire transaction. They're already getting little bits of traction in certain markets with this, and I think that there's more to come there. So I'm betting on the bullish side. What happens there, if they end up getting the traction that I think they will over the next 3 to 5 years, you could see a 5 times return, a 500% return. You could see 1,000% return. That's how you get massive return, is you pick a stock where there's a huge debate going on. There are plenty more stocks like this. We could go through examples for days, but if you look through, you will find more and more of these examples, and then you could pick a stock where you can get a really big return. And that's how to invest to get massive returns.